we go. Hey, hey. Hey, we back live. We're back live. Hey, Serenity. Got my YouTube live going. Got my TikTok live going. What's going on? Hey, Vegetable Spaghetti. Hey, Jersey. What's up? How was the rest of y'all's day? I saw some of you earlier. Okay, Shaylin. Thanks for sharing. I appreciate that. I talked to some of you all earlier about how your day was going. Hey, M9. What's up? We are. Hey, Carly Tar. Oh, you went to school? Okay, in person. How was that? Vegetable spaghetti, that's very true. Hey, JLOL, what's up? Come on in. Come on in. What was it like being in school? I know that was probably a little weird. Maybe not weird, but I don't even know how to describe it. You had a tough day. Sorry, simply. Hey, Elijah. Not everyone is there. Yeah, I bet that's weird. I used to be a teacher, so I know that's weird. Hey, Zay. What's up? Come on in. Come on in. We are talking about boundaries today. Hey, Captain Betty. Look, she already called me a baddie. Don't gas me up, girl. Don't gas me up because. No, I'm just playing. Okay. Hey, Cadence. Hybrid schedule where half the school goes 2 days, the other half go the other 2. Wow. Thank you, Zay. I thought I just looked a little basic, but my basic is beautiful. Okay. I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt. Don't steal my idea. My basic is beautiful. Is that like a thing? Or is that too much? I don't know. Put color up. Really relaxing. Merch, okay? I've been working on some merch today, y'all, so I want to show you. Side note, if you're not a part of It's okay, Skytron. Girlfriend Gang, you're missing out. 2 reasons. One, because we're at 95 members in just a few days, so I'm so geeked. When we hit 100 members, I'm doing a giveaway. So you might want to head over there. Join. Link is in bio. If you've never heard of Girlfriend Gang is an online community for girls 8 to 18. And then like a separate mini community from like 18, I say to 25. I'll bring y'all in 18 to 25, but where you just get to know people get to know other girls your age from around the world, compare stories. We just started an artist group, which is really cool. You at the dentist. So that's one thing. Also, my book is still out, available for pre-order. Make sure you cop that. If you're a part of Girlfriend Gang, you got day 1 for free inside the group. So you definitely want to head over to Girlfriend Gang, join, register, say hi, introduce yourself, let everybody know who you are. And if you're an artist, we have a group where you can start sharing your artwork, which is really cool. I'm excited about that. Excited to see the artists and everything you all have, everything you all have been creating. So if you are not a part of Girlfriend Gang, what is you doing? Like, why are you not a part? I don't understand. YouTube. Okay. So, hey, Lamar Skyke. Unless I read that wrong. All right. So we are going to get started with today's, I don't want to say lesson. That's like the teacher in me. Hey, Palin. Today's Big Sis chat, right? This is Big Sis to Lil Sis. Like we having a conversation. Okay. So we are talking about boundaries. If you have been on any of my lives, if you've seen any of my replays over on YouTube, you all know that I have been talking about boundaries for like weeks now. Because we've only been like this only been live for maybe 3 weeks. Yes, this will be on YouTube. I'm on live recording it right now. So hey Ariana. So I have been talking about boundaries for weeks now. I've been trying to drill it. Hey Giara. And some of you are like, what is a boundary? How am I supposed to do that? I don't want to come off mean. So as I did with the self-love, because I feel like boundaries is such a big topic and how to set them is a big topic. How you implement them is a separate topic. So this is going to be divided into 3 videos. Okay. So, or 3 lives. So the first one, which we're doing tonight. Hey, I wish I could. Hey, two free tacos. The first one we're doing tonight is what are boundaries and why do I need them? Okay, because I want to introduce, many of you have not heard of like setting a boundary, right? It's just be friends with everybody, make sure everybody likes you. If you don't want to be their friend, just tell them you don't want to be their friend. That's it. But even with the friends that you meet within a day, or friends you meet on the first day of school, or even guys that come along and say, hey, I think I like you, boundaries should be your first response, you know? And so I don't want you to think of boundary as a way of just keeping everybody out of your life, because it's not that. Hey, Deleski, it's not a way for you to separate yourself from everybody. A boundary is simply, it's a way for you to establish acceptable and unacceptable behavior towards you. Think of it like that. So it's you letting people know, this is what I will allow you to do around me. This is what I will not allow you to do around me. It's basically, it's another way, because I looked this up. It's a way to establish healthy rules. Hey, Sienna, healthy rules for navigating any of your relationships. Oh, thank you, Ricaria. So one thing that we do, one thing I did when I was a kid, I think many of you have done before as well, no matter your age, is when you meet someone new and you find out that you have something in common and you're laughing at the same jokes. I'm thinking more so like first day of school type stuff. You meet each other, you're making jokes with each other, you're laughing and things like that, because this is something I did. And you're like, man, we get along so well together. We got along so well together in these 5 minutes. We got along so well together in this 1 hour. Oh, we talked all day long over the past week. We should be best friends. I'm going to just let you in. And, it is what it is. Whatever happens, happens. And so then when 3 weeks passes and y'all fighting, you trying to figure out why. Hey, Scarlett. Or 3 weeks passes and you hear them talking about you behind your back, or hey, Lion Girl, or you hear that they are planning on not being your friend any longer, or they start suggesting things to go along with your go to happen within your friendship, and you're like, why did I not like see this before? Hey, Lion Girl. So you're like, dang, I wish I would have known this sooner. And sometimes we go back to those same friendships. I know for me, thank you, Addie. When I was in high school, when I first met thanks, Lion Girl. I first met my best friend at the time. We had literally just met that day, and we were doing like a tour, like a summer camp type tour of our high school. And she had went to a different middle school. I went to a different middle school, but we got along that day. Scarlett, I hope you find your cat. We got along that day. And so at the end or in the middle of the day, I was like, let's be best friends. And she was like, okay. And so that meant we hung out together. We did some of the same things. We both ended up in a choir. We hung out after school, but we still didn't really know each other. And so there will be things she would do that I didn't like. There will be things I would do that she didn't like. And instead of us establishing a healthy baseline in our friendship early on, the fighting never stopped. Like, as a matter of fact, it got continually worse. And it continued to get worse. It continued to get worse. It continued to get worse until now. At this point in my life, we do not talk anymore. And so I think if we would have established better better boundaries and establish what we needed in a friendship from each other, what we would like to see, because you don't want to set a boundary that's like written in permanent ink, right? You want to reassess them as you continue to grow, because the boundaries will continue to change as you get older, as your needs change, as different things, you want to explore changes, your boundaries change. Hey, Avery. So it's not something written in permanent ink, but it is something that needs to be established. Because I think if me and my best friend at the time would have established boundaries in our friendship and at least came up with healthy guidelines on how we would talk out problems, how will we address certain situations? If I hear a rumor that she said this about me, how are we going to address it? So none of that was ever established. So when we would fight, when we would fall out, hey, the fun family, we will fight, we will fall out. And then a week later, instead of us talking about the problem that we just had, we would just be like, girl, I'm sorry. I'm sorry too. Let's continue to be friends. Addie, inbox me. And that's what many of us do, right? We fall out with somebody. And because we don't like to have hard conversations, because we don't want to make anybody feel bad, we keep what's really going on deep on the inside. Happy birthday, Jasmine. We keep what's going on with us and how we feel about that friend on the inside, but because we just want to be friends, or because we don't want to make anybody feel bad, then we keep all that stuff bottled in. And so what ends up happening is, after we keep all that stuff bottled in, it does nothing but build up. And so the next time you fall out, now you're not just mad about what happened the second time, you're still mad about what happened the first time because you never talked about it. Then after the second time, you back, girl, you my B girl. That's the stuff we be saying. I said it. Girl, you my girl. I'm not, what I'm saying, we cool. Everything is cool. No, everything is not cool. Because I didn't talk about what you did the first time, and you didn't talk about what I did the second time. So we still got anger. We still got problems. And so now we continue to move on in this friendship, but the friendship is now becoming toxic, because now that, okay, Addie, I'll address it at the end. Because now that I've been angry and I'm letting this anger fester and boil on the inside of me, I have some toxicity going on within me. And now when I'm addressing you, it's toxic to you too. Like, when like people talk about like certain materials, you can't let them sit for too long, and you can't gather them all together, because then it becomes some type of toxic chemical that builds up because everything is mixing together. It's the same way when you hold on to stuff, when you hold on to that anger, when you hold on to that frustration, when you hold on to that resentment, when you hold on to that jealousy, when you hold on to that anger, as you hold on to all that stuff, it becomes toxic on the inside of you. And so you're wondering, why is my friendship not getting any better? And it's because you all haven't dealt with the toxic things going on. But this is the thing, the toxic things could have been prevented, or you would at least have an effective way to deal with it had you set boundaries in place. So boundaries are important. They are the way, like I said, the way to establish acceptable and unacceptable behavior towards you. So if it's something that's unacceptable, you want to make that known. You don't want to wait until they've done it 5 times for you to say, hey, I really don't like that. And they say, but you was cool the past 5 times that I did it. So now all of a sudden, and then they don't take you serious. So now you're angry and they're angry because they feel like you either being deep, or they feel like you being extra because you've never said anything. So if I say something up front, then that way it's prevented from happening in the future, or it's a way for me to weed you out and keep you further enough away to where when you do that, I'm not as impacted because I didn't let you in very close. What happens if they tell you that you're fat? You should have a conversation with them about how they make you feel when they said that. All right. It's a sense of agency over your physical space, your body, and your feelings. So it's somewhat of a sense of control in the fact that this is how I like my physical space to be. This is how I like people to treat my body. This is how I like to notify you of my feelings. And when it comes to how you treat me and how I know that that's going to cause me to feel, I'm addressing it early. So that way, if you do this, I'm going to be upset. There's no surprise. There's no guessing. If I establish it as a boundary early and you already know this, then that means when you continue to do it anyway without apology, then we have a serious problem. So it's important for me to set this boundary now so you know what I do tolerate and what I don't tolerate. And what happens is you'll find there are people that will continue to do what you've already told them that you don't tolerate. Because some people like to push it a little bit. And some people really don't care about boundaries. Some people really don't care if you say what you do like and what you don't like. Some people just want to do whatever they want to do. That's why boundaries are important, because it's a way to progressively let people in and also weed out the ones that you don't want to waste your time on. That's important because we think that we want to let everybody in. We want everybody to like us. We want everybody to be our friend. We want everybody to accept us. We want to have all this long friends list. We throw birthday parties. We want 50 people, 100 people to show up. We want to give out all these invitations when half the people that's there with you don't even like you. But because you're so worried about being liked and being accepted by people that you really don't care about, then you invite these people in and you're wondering why you're standing at your birthday party by yourself. You're wondering why rumors and stuff are being spread about you at your party because you didn't set boundaries. Addie, post your question again. I'll answer really quick before you get off. So one of the reasons that setting boundaries is really good is because it allows you to improve your relationships. So I know from many of the inbox messages that I get, many of the comments that I see, many of you are not happy with how you've chosen friends, and you're not happy with the friends that you have. Am I right or am I wrong? Am I right or am I wrong? You're not happy with some of the friends that you've chosen. You're not happy about the state of many of your friendships and your relationships. What do you do about a boy that you and blocked you? Block it. I mean, don't be worried about it. If he was rude to you and he blocked you, that's good. He blocked himself and removed him from your life. Next. That's it. Right. I'm seeing a whole lot of rights. We're not happy with the state of many of our friendships and relationships. And many times that is because we did not set a boundary in the beginning. We did not say, this is what I approve of and this is what I don't approve of. If you don't like it, then we can continue to be associates. We can continue to be cordial. It don't matter, Addie. Let it go. We can continue to be cordial. We can continue to be associates. I can be kind to you when you're around me. You can be kind to me when I'm around you, but that doesn't mean I let you in all the way, because I have to start preserving my time. I have to start preserving my emotional levels, simply because I'm young and I have a lot of life to live. And I'm not trying to get burnt out with friendships and relationships in 5th grade. And I still got a lifetime ahead of me to build new friendships and to build new relationships. Why am I going to get burnt out in 4th grade when I got a whole life to live? Right? So we want to improve those relationships. If you're not happy with the state of your friendships and you feel like I keep attracting the same people, why is it, I lived in this one space and had this friend and broke it off, and then I moved and I end up with the exact same type of friend? Because you're allowing those same type of people to get close to you. You're allowing those same type of people to call you friend when they haven't proven themselves friendly, when they haven't proven themselves trustworthy. But we're going in and we're telling them our whole life story when there's nothing that they've done to really prove themselves worthy of being able to walk with us as a friend. Because a friendship is more than I just call you BFF. It's more than I tag your name in my IG bio and my TikTok bio and we just tagging each other. Addie, you already know the answer to that question. Yes, you are something. You know that. Let's move on. We got to move forward. Remember, we talked about that. I can't stay here. Hi, Adler. So it's important that we establish these boundaries sooner than later. So that way we have people to follow those boundaries. Addie, you already know the answer to that question, sweetheart. Yes, I do care about you. Okay. You move schools because your old toxic friends, right? And if you're not careful, because the thing about boundaries is, as we continue to learn about life, as we continue to go about life, we experience some of those same situations over again. Why? Because we didn't learn that lesson the first time. And we keep crying over it, and we keep being upset about it and trying to figure out, is it me? Something wrong with me? No, nothing's wrong with you. You just didn't establish boundaries for toxic people. And the thing is, toxic people gonna be toxic people. Wherever you go, somebody gonna be toxic. Wherever you go, somebody's gonna be negative. Wherever you go, it's a group of people that's not gonna like you, period. So now it's a matter of, how do I weed out the genuine ones from the ones that are truly toxic, from the ones that are really coming into my life to try to destroy me, to try to break me down, versus the ones that I need in my life because they're going to challenge me to be my best self, because they're going to challenge me to go the distance, because they're going to build me up when I feel broken down, not break me down further. But if you don't set boundaries, really almost look at boundaries like a race, right? Love you too, sweetheart. Look at boundaries like a race. The finish line is a true friendship. The finish line, my phone about to die. There we go. Okay.
Yep, I'm charging.
Absolutely, you could try the spirit by the spirit, right? But look at your friendship. Look at boundaries like a finish line, right? I mean, like a race. The finish line is a friendship with you. Okay, it's something that needs to be earned, not something that's just given. When you run a race, that means you train for it. You have the capacity to run it. And even no matter what you endure during the race, you still make it to the finish line. Right? So over hurdles, over different things that may come up in your life and may come up in their life, I continue to run this race strong because I want to be your friend. I feel drawn to you to become your friend. So look at boundaries almost like a race. The finish line is your friendship. And you have everybody, good people that do have good intentions, people that have bad intentions, people that are hidden, that look like, basically a wolf in sheep's clothing. You have them all start at the same place. And best believe, as they're running the race and they're trying to become your friend, and you're telling, you set up the things along the way. I don't like when you do this. I really don't like when people talk about me. I don't want to hear that you're talking about me behind my back. If you hear a rumor about me, I need you to come to me and let me know that you hear it. I don't need you to spread it. If you hear that I've said something about you, then I need you to come to me and address it with me so I could tell you the truth instead of just believing things, when somebody tells you. Those are the different obstacles that are on that course to become your friend. And so as all of them are running that race, the wolf in sheep's clothing is going to be revealed. Because as soon as the opportunity comes for a wolf to be a wolf will always be a wolf, period. A wolf will be a wolf. There's no way that if a wolf doesn't see an opportunity to attack, it's not going to attack. It's a part of its nature. So the wolf will be revealed during that race, during that boundary. The one that's not for you, they're not going to they will not try to work hard to earn your friendship. They'll give up by the first hurdle of, I don't want you talking about me. They'll turn around and walk the other way because they weren't really in it for your friendship. They were just in it because they were bored. They wanted another TikTok follower. They wanted to be able to say y'all was friends. That's it. But then the person that actually wants to become your friend and actually respects your boundaries will make it to the finish line to become your friend. And so even though you may have started with 5, you may only end up with 2 or even 1. But that one that's willing to work to ensure that you build trust with them, the one that is willing to do what they have to do to prove that they are a good friend to you, that one is worth more than 5. That one is worth more than 10. Part of it is because of social media, because it's, the more followers I got, the more popular I look, the more likes I got, the more popular I look. So it's all about let me collect, instead of what's the value. You would rather collect 100 pennies versus $1. You would rather collect 100 dimes, than just getting one valuable bill. 10 cents is not as good as $1. $1 is not as good as $100, So instead of going for quantity, which is the number you have, it's more important that you go for quality. And boundaries helps you to establish that. Okay. Setting boundaries also helps to grow and build your self-esteem. Okay. Why does it help you build your self-esteem? Because it shows you making you the priority, which many of you have not done. That's why when I've talked about boundaries before and I've told you how to set that boundary, you say, well, I don't want to seem, too bold. I don't want to seem like a know-it-all. I don't want to seem like I'm mean. It's none of those things. You won't be mean. Some people may try to take it as you being mean because they don't know what it's like to be put on a boundary. So, hey, Turkey Bros, some people may see you as a know-it-all or you think you're too good because they're used to just being allowed in anybody's life to wreck their life however they want to. Some people just want to be a bull in a china shop. They want to just run in, destroy everything, and then run back out. And then turn around and be like, oh, what happened? Hey, Livy. No, we can't do that. We're not letting any bulls in the china shop. If you're going to come in a china shop, if you're going to come into my life, you're going to know the rules before you enter. And like I tell you all the time, you are one of a kind. You are rare. You cannot afford to keep wasting time. You cannot afford to keep wasting emotional energy. You can't afford to do that. So we put the boundaries in place to figure out who are the ones that I really want to spend my time with. Because time is the only thing you cannot get back. Everything else, money, you spend money, you can get money back. Hey, Jackie, you spend, you buy food, eat food, you can get more food. Time you cannot get back. And so putting the boundaries in place really establishes the importance. It really establishes the value of not just your life, but also the person who you're allowing to come into your life. You're establishing value. So when you're walking with someone and you say, this is my friend, you actually mean it. Instead of this is the word that I'm just throwing out here because that's the popular word. I just got all these friends and you done collected all of these wooden nickels and ain't one of them not worth nothing. Riley, inbox me, please. You collected all of these fake friends and you sitting up wondering why don't nobody like you. You sitting up wondering why you feeling alone. There were times I would be with my friends. I would be sitting with my friends and would feel like I was nowhere. I would feel like I was all alone, sitting in a group of people. And the crazy part is sometimes it happens. It's almost like an out of body experience because you're still laughing, you're still joking, you're still doing all of that stuff. But deep down, like the real you is like, I do not want to be here right now. All of us have felt it. All of us have felt it. You feel like, man, I really don't want to be here, but I'm sitting here. Excuse me. I'm sitting here with all these people. Why do I still feel alone? I'm sitting here with my boyfriend. Why do I feel like I'm single? Because y'all do not have real quality friendships. Y'all are collecting fake friends. Y'all are collecting people that really don't care about you. And if you did one thing wrong, they will be out the door or talking about you or making you feel like trash. And you sit up wondering, why would my friend talk about me? Because that is not your real friend. But you didn't know that because on the first day of school, you was like, oh, we should be besties, BFF forever. I love you. Let me tag you in my TikTok video. That's what y'all friendships are. It's a TikTok video. I'm going to post my best friend. She going to post me so we can get followers and likes. That's why y'all out here collecting these terrible wooden nickel friends who do not care about you. They care about you sharing them on social media. Hey, Riri. That's what it is. That's what y'all are. Y'all are collecting. And I talked about this a few days ago. Some of y'all love the idea of the person you think they are. You think that they are your genuine friend. So you are following the idea of who they are, and you're not ready to face the truth of who they are. And many of y'all know y'all got trash friends. Now, I'm not calling them as an individual trash because, like I say, I believe everybody is one of a kind. Everybody's amazing. But sometimes as friends, people are trash. I've been a trash friend. But y'all out here collecting trash friends and sitting up wondering why they stinking up your life, because they are trash. But y'all just open armed and, oh, let's be BFFs after y'all just met for an hour, or you've only known them a day. That is not enough. You don't let everybody in that quick. You have to establish this is what is acceptable and this is what is not. If you cannot handle it, then let's save each other time. I will be nice to you. You can be nice to me, but that's it. We don't have to go no further than that. We don't have to go any further than that. And it's also establishing how you want the friendship to operate. So like for me, I don't talk on the phone. I do not like talking on the phone. I know I got to get better, but I don't like talking on the phone. So if you are calling my phone on a consistent basis and you trying to figure out why I'm not answering the phone, it's because I don't talk on the phone. But if to you, what's important in friendship is talking on the phone on a consistent basis, and what's important to me is just I check in with you every once in a while, then we already got a disconnect. And the expectation was not set in the beginning. And so now you thinking I'm a trash friend. I'm thinking you a friend that don't really care about nothing I got to say because I don't want to talk on the phone, but all you want to do is talk on the phone. And now we don't think that we good friends for each other, but that is true. But we could have saved ourselves time, and we could have saved ourselves heartbreak, and we could have saved ourselves feeling like we got to recover from a lost friend if we would have established it in the beginning. If when we met and we said, hey, I think that we have a lot of things in common and I think we would have a good friendship. And I say, well, what do you expect from a friend? That's me finding out your boundaries. That's me finding out your expectations. That's me finding out what your rules are. And not rules that are beat you over the head. But for me, this is why it builds your self-esteem. Because I know me, because I know what I like, because I understand what I need. This is what I need in a friend. And having the strength to say, if you cannot be that, then it's okay. It's okay. I know what I need. You don't have what I need. You don't have the capacity to give me what I need. That's okay, because there are billions of other people out in the world, and someone will be able to be that friend I need. And if you can't, it's cool. We shake hands. We're nice to each other when we see each other. We can even laugh together. We can sit at lunch together. But am I going to let you in that close to me? Am I going to give you that access to me that a real friend would have? Absolutely not. Because I set that boundary. I know what I need. So if you are a friend that needs to talk on the phone and I say, well, I don't like talking on the phone, then we can either make a compromise around that where we say, okay, once a week we talk on the phone, the rest of the time we can text. Cool. Let's build that friendship with that compromise. But if you say, no, I need to talk on the phone every single day, I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't have the capacity to give that to you. And we shake hands and we say thanks. And we keep going about our business. And the thing is, it's not, I know that seems so like rigid and it seems so direct. But the important part of that is it saves me the emotional drain from having to sit on the phone every day, and I don't like it. Because even though you're getting filled up and you're getting exactly what you need, I'm not getting what I need. Because I don't like sitting on the phone listening. I just don't. I don't like sitting on the phone, especially when the conversation is not really going anywhere. If it's not a type of business conversation, if I'm not talking to a family member, if it's not something pressing, if you're not going through nothing, you just want to sit on the phone, I don't want to do that. And so our friendship on my side is really kind of dragging, and I'm not finding a whole lot of value in it because we're doing something I don't really like to do. But we're doing what you like to do. And there's no compromise. So it's all about you. And then I feel like I'm being shortchanged. So now I'm feeling like I'm being drained emotionally. But I could have spared myself that if I established in the beginning my boundary. And so if you are tired of writing Big Sis on TikTok talking about, I got toxic friends, what do I do? Set a boundary. Establish it. And even if you have friendships that you're in and you're saying, you know, this person has been there for me, we've been friends for a few years, but we're just up and down a whole lot of times, right? I would be like, okay, well, then I would still say establish a boundary. And what will be good is if you sat down and you had a real conversation. Now, we're going to talk over the next few days on how to set a boundary and how to implement the boundary. But it's still important, even if you've been in that friendship for a while, it's still important to set those boundaries because there's something that she's done that you don't like, but you haven't said much about it. There's something that's taken place in your friendship that you don't agree with, and it continues to go on. But because you're afraid of losing a friend, or because you're telling yourself, just look past it, she's good in all these other places. But deep down inside, it's building up. The anger is building up. The frustration is building up. And you're feeling like you really can't get ahead in the friendship because of how you're feeling. It's time to establish a boundary. And this is even with good friends too, because you all change. It will be different if y'all would be the exact same in another month, in another 5 years, in another 10 years, but you're not going to be the same. You're going to be very, very different. And so because you're going to be different, you still want to establish something just as a safety net, because you could be friends and y'all be best of friends, no problems, no fighting. And then a new girl come to school and your friend at the time gravitates to that friend, and that person could be toxic. That person could love to gossip. That person could not like you a whole lot and be talking about you behind their back. And you don't want to be like, oh my God, that's not my friend anymore. No, you want to establish the boundary, establish the rules when it comes to you all having that relationship, that friendship. And you want to be able to say, hey, you know, I just want to put these in place because we never know what could happen. You know, if you move away tomorrow, how are we going to continue the friendship? That should be established. Do you feel like you can be a friend at a distance? If not, let that be known. And the same goes with relationships. If nothing else, relationships is even more important because you're letting someone into your personal space. And you're telling this person you love them. And you're telling this person you want to be with them forever. All of that stuff. Y'all stop saying that. That's a conversation for another day. But you're saying you love this person. You're telling this person your innermost feelings. You're crying on the shoulder of this person. You're just enthralled with this person, and you're all over this person, and y'all letting them in spaces they shouldn't be in, but that's a conversation for another day type of person. These people, you need to establish boundaries ASAP to save you heartbreak. I got all type of little sisters in my inbox talking about, I done had a heartbreak. What do I do? We was together for 2 years and he cheated on me and da-da-da-da-da-da. No, we're not going through that no more. Okay, starting when this series is over, you're going to know what a boundary is, why a boundary is important, how to set the boundary, and how to establish the boundary. Because, it saves you time. It saves you heartache. Some of y'all are tired of having a broken heart. Hi, little dancer. Hey, Kiana. Some of y'all are tired of having a broken heart. Some of y'all are tired of crying over people, or you should be at this point. Y'all are tired. And some of y'all ain't even out of high school yet. Y'all tired. Y'all tired of crying over people. Y'all ain't even been married yet. Y'all ain't even been engaged yet. You ain't even been in a serious relationship for longer than 6 months yet. And y'all already crying over these people? Boundaries. Preserve your emotional energy. And a boundary helps you to do that. A boundary helps you to say, I am not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste my tears. I'm not going to waste my money on anybody that's going to treat me this way. These are my expectations. This is what I allow to come close to me. This is what I do not allow. If you cannot comply with these boundaries, if you cannot comply with these rules that I set to protect myself, because I understand how valuable I am, if you don't want to comply, then please stay over there. And you have to be okay with that. I don't care how cute he is. I don't care if he'd start a basketball team and he looking at you. I don't care how much money he got. I don't care. We gonna set some boundaries in place, because you can have all the money in the world and still be trash. You can have all the money in the world and feel like because you have money, you can treat any woman that you bring into your life like trash because you can get another one. But because I know my worth and my value, I'm not going to be another notch on your belt. Because I know my worth and my value, you're not going to waste my time. I don't care if I got $0 and you got $1 million. You still not going to waste my time. My time is just as valuable as your time, period. Why? Because we all going to die. You can't get time back no matter how much money you got. I can't get time back no matter how much money I do or don't have. That's the same currency. Everybody has time they cannot get back, period. Because all of us, no matter how much money we have, are going to die one day. So because I'm going to die one day, you're going to die one day. Both of us have the equal, both of us need to value our time. And I don't care how much money you got in that time, you still own a clock. The day is still going to come. So that currency of time is valuable both ways. So because of that, I'm not going to allow you to waste mine. You can waste somebody else's. But I'm going to set this boundary in place. I'm going to let you know what I expect. And the moment I see that you are willing to break that, the moment I see you willing to break the rule that I've established, the moment I see that you're going to do something that I already told you is unacceptable, I'll go. But I'm going to set a boundary up first with us as friends, because I'm going to see if you break that boundary before that. Another thing I'm going to do, I'm going to research what you did over there. I'm going to set that boundary in place. That boundary of, I would like to know your past. I would like to know how your past relationships went. We need to be open and we need to be clear in the beginning as friends about what your past relationships look like. Because if 1 through 10 was trash, why do I think 11 is not going to be trash when you have shown no signs of change? Why am I going to waste my time? I'm not. Why am I going to waste my tears? I'm not. I need to save them for another day. So I'm going to set this nice little boundary in place. And many times we meet somebody and in 2 weeks we like, oh, I like you so much. Let's be together. No, let's be friends. Because when we're friends first, I can see how you act. When we're friends, you're a little bit more open. You don't feel like you have to hide anything from me because we're just friends. When we're friends, I can see how you really operate, how you naturally operate in our habitat, in our community, in our school. I'm going to see how you act first. I'm going to let you know, hey, we're just friends. You're free to do whatever you want. And I'm going to watch what you do with that freedom. Are you going to hold on to it because you're actually trying to build and establish something with me? Or are you going to go and I'm going to see you with 50 different girls? When I see you with 50 different girls and we're just friends, and I told you I would like to be friends before a relationship, and you don't take that serious and you go with whoever said next, then I already know this is not what I want. If I say, let's be friends first, let's get to know each other, and you're like, man, I don't want to do that. I just want to be with you. I just want a girlfriend. Bye. Not the one. My time is too valuable to just be wasted just to be in some random relationship. I'm not about to be with no randoms. No randoms. I need you to stop just being out here with randoms. I need everything you do from this point on to have a purpose to it. The people that you allow to come close to you, they need to understand that you are worthy of a good relationship and a good friendship. And if they're not bringing that to the table, and if they're not respectful of what you bring to the table, then you need to not have them come and sit down at your table. Because a table only has so many seats. Because once you get past a certain amount of seats, you can't even see anybody. You can't even hear anybody's voices. So why am I have this long table full of all these friends if I don't even know what you're saying, and I don't know what you're doing, and I don't even know what you look like doing it? No, I'm going to keep a small table so I can monitor what everybody's doing, so they can monitor what I'm doing as well. And that way we can establish whether this is a good fit or not. Because I know in an elevator, as I go higher, you're going to have to get off somewhere. So because I know you're going to get off, you know when you're on an elevator and somebody push all the buttons and it's annoying. Hey, Star, it's very annoying because you can't get to your destination because you got to let all these people off at every floor. If I'm supposed to be going to the penthouse, but your friendship ain't worth nothing but a wooden nickel, hey, house Lord, then I got to let you off at level 2. I got to let you off at level 3. I got to let you off at level 4. And now I am wasting my time. Now it's taking me longer to get to my destiny. It's taking me longer to get to where I'm supposed to be because I got to keep letting off trash friends. Because y'all not worth nothing. You here today, you gone tomorrow. So imagine yourself on an elevator with all of these friends y'all got. And half of them toxic, and you don't know it because you just letting everybody in with wide arms. And you're supposed to be going to the penthouse, and it's 50 floors between this level and the penthouse. But because that fake friend is showing out, I gotta let you off at level 2. Now it's taking me longer to get to the penthouse. You showing out too, I gotta let you out of level 3. Dang, I wish I would have known this. You would have if you set boundaries. Because I would rather be able to at least ride to floor 25, at least get me to floor 10. That way, at least I'm cruising for a while. Everything is good. And then I let you off and I say goodbye. But if I got to keep letting people off at every level I'm going, I'm tired. I'm tired. How am I supposed to have all the energy that I need to get to the top floor when all I'm doing is seeing the door open and close because I got to let all of y'all go? I would rather preserve what I got going on around me. I would rather keep quality around me rather than quantity, because at least quality is going to get me closer to the top floor. A quality friend is going to get me to the top floor. A quality friend is going to build me up, even if they have to get off at level 10, even if they have to get off at level 30. A quality friend will get off and say, girl, good luck. I wish I could be there with you, but I can't. But good luck. I know you're going to do good. That's a quality friend. Versus we get on and you toxic and you talk about me behind my back and I let you off at level 2. And while I'm letting you off at level 2, you cussing me out and you cursing what I'm supposed to be doing on the penthouse floor. I don't have time because I don't have time to keep the door open and listen to you run your mouth. I don't have time to keep the door open and cuss you back out. I don't have time. And y'all know elevators take forever to open and they take forever to close. So now I got to waste my time letting people off at every single floor. I got to waste time waiting for the door to open, and I got to waste time waiting for the door to close. And if you a crazy toxic friend who don't really want to be let go, then I got to deal with you sticking your hand in the door, keeping the door open. So now I really can't get to where I'm supposed to be. Because you that toxic, you don't want to see me grow if you're not there. Because you that toxic, you don't want to see me grow because you can't grow. So you're gonna keep putting your hand in the door to keep the door from closing so I can't go nowhere. Now I gotta waste time trying to push you off the elevator and I could miss my stop because I'm so worried about your toxic self. I'm so worried about your trash friendship self. No, I don't have time. I don't have the time, nor do I have the emotional energy, because by the time I'm done fighting you on level 2 and I get off the elevator to fight you, to get you off my elevator, to let you know I want you to go away, the door has already closed behind me. Now I got to sit here and wait for the elevator to come all the way back to come and pick me up when it was my elevator to begin with? Simply because I wouldn't put a boundary in place to weed you out before it even got to this point. And some of y'all need to get rid of these toxic friends before it gets to the point where it has to be a hassle to get them out of your life. So these friends y'all holding on to for months and for years, it's time to let them go. Hey, Hufflepuff, it's time to let them go. You can't afford to waste any more time. You can't afford to waste any more tears. All this energy you're putting into sending me a message about them being toxic, all this energy you putting into telling everybody else they toxic, all this energy you putting into blocking them, all this energy you putting into these on again, off again friendships and relationships, you could have been doing something more valuable with your time. It's time to do that. It's time to value yourself and value your time more. That is what boundaries do. They help you to better preserve your time and value it, and better preserve yourself and value yourself. Because remember, we one of a kind. There's only one of us. There never has been one of us. There never will be another one of us. So that means whatever God put on the inside of us is rare, is one of a kind, and nobody could do it the exact way he wanted us to do it. But if I'm wasting all my time and I'm wasting all my energy on fake friends, I'm wasting all my time on friends that ain't worth a nickel, on friends that's trash. If I'm wasting all my time trying to get you out of my life, where is the energy that I'm going to need to bring forth that thing to change the world? And then if I need people on my team and I keep having trash friends around me, how am I going to build trust to welcome those people in close to me to help me bring my vision to pass? But I'm stuck on trusting because I don't trust you, because I've let in all these trash friends and I can't trust none of them. And I finally get rid of them. And then I start saying to myself, I ain't never gonna let somebody close to me like that again. I ain't never gonna open myself back up again. And the very people I need around me try to come close, and I tell them to get away from me because of what I experienced in the past. So not only do those toxic friends waste your time, not only do they waste your emotional energy, but they also prevent you from going forward in what you're supposed to do. And they prevent you from bringing people around you that you need in your life to help you bring your dream to pass. Because they broken your trust, because they broken your heart. Same with relationships. Bad relationships, toxic relationships, when y'all keep staying in these things, and then they end up breaking your heart, they waste your time. They waste your money. Out of all these gifts you buy them for Valentine's Day and Sweetie's Day and anniversaries and birthdays. You wasting time. You wasting money. You wasting tears. And now they done broke your heart. So now you sitting around, I ain't never gonna date a guy again. Or any guy that come in my life, I'm gonna treat him like trash. I'm gonna start being a dude to all these dudes out here. And the very one that was supposed to be the one that takes you on to forever, the very one you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with, you turn a nose up at, or you treat him like trash because somebody else treated you like trash because you didn't put a boundary in place to keep those trash people out your life. So now your husband, now he got a broke heart, but you didn't even know he was your husband because you were so focused on a toxic relationship that took all your emotional energy, took all your trust. Now you come over and your husband actually come into your life and say hi to you, and you snapping off and popping back and popping your neck around and all of this stuff. And he ain't trying to have it because he ain't wasting his time. So now you miss out on the opportune moment, and you miss out on being treated as the queen that you deserve to be treated like, because you were treated by trash because you ain't put a boundary in place to establish and know that he was trash before you let him in too close. And now you got to spend all this time healing from it and trying to get better from it. You wasted more time. Healing isn't wasted time, but you wouldn't have to heal if you would have put the boundary in place the first time. Hey, Abigail. Boundaries. Boundaries. They are important. You have to establish them And they're not about somebody else. They are about you. And the boundaries you put in place is based upon how you view yourself. If you just allowing everybody to come in, when we talked about that, you just allowing anything and everybody to come in because you don't see yourself as valuable. And so the first time somebody say, "Oh, I want to be your friend," you jump at the opportunity because you feel like you're not worthy of a good friendship. Soon as a boy come along and say, "Oh, you cute," you ready to just jump in his arms. Because you saying, "Well, at least somebody like me. Everybody call me ugly, so at least somebody likes me." And you let these trash men into your lives. And now you got to deal with trash. Because you didn't feel you were valuable enough to set up a boundary. Nah, sis. You're not going to get off this live and feel that way. You are worthy of healthy friendships and healthy relationships, period. I don't care what your past has been. I don't care what you've done. You are still worthy of that. So don't feel like you got to keep your arms wide open to accept anybody and anything. We're not doing that. We're not doing that anymore. Because we're understanding, when we did a whole series on self-love, we're understanding that loving myself is a choice, and I choose to love me. And I love me enough to know that I need to protect myself. I love me enough to know that my time on this earth is valuable, that my time on this earth I cannot get back. So that means every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every week, every month, every year, every decade, it all counts. Because I can't get it back. And there's something put on the inside of me that can only come out of me the way God wants it to come out of me as an answer to the world. So I can't waste my time. I can't waste my talent. I can't waste my tears. I can't waste my money because I cannot get it back. I cannot get that time spent back. And so I love me enough to know this boundary setting is important for me. To protect me, to protect my time, to protect my tears. You can't get tears back either. You can't get time and you can't get tears back. So I have to set boundaries to protect me and also to protect you. Because maybe I'm a trash friend to you. And you need time to see that I'm a trash friend. We've all been a trash friend before. I've definitely been a trash friend multiple times. Boundaries. It's time to set the boundaries. Abigail, go watch my video series on self-love. Boundaries. Okay? Boundaries. So that's what they are. That's why you need them. So next time we talk, we're going to talk about how do you set the boundaries. After that, we're going to talk about how do you implement the boundaries. Do not be afraid of boundaries. Okay? Do not be afraid of boundaries. They matter and they're worth something. And you are worthy to set the boundaries. Don't feel like you can't set the boundaries. You're never too young to set a boundary. Okay? Do we understand? What are we talking about? Boundaries. Boundaries. Hey, Jesse. Boundaries. We're going to talk about how to set them, Cena. So you're going to have the confidence, but you have to understand that you're worthy of setting the boundary. You have to. If you don't feel like you're worthy of setting a boundary, you'll never set them. But this is the thing. The result of not setting the boundary is you being hurt more. The result of you not setting the boundary is you having more heartbreak. The result of you not setting the boundary is you continuing to invite toxic people close to you, tell them secrets, and they get spread around your school. That's the result of not setting boundaries. So which one is more important? Me finding the confidence and the strength to set a boundary, or this is a choice. Am I choosing to set a boundary to protect myself because I know I'm valuable? Or am I choosing to continue in toxic friendships and relationships and continue to go through heartbreak that's going to keep me down every single day? It's a choice at this point. We got to choose. You have to make the choice. Which one do you want more? Which one is more valuable to you? That's it. Protecting yourself. It's a few minutes of an awkward conversation versus days, months, and years of heartbreak and turmoil. We're going to talk about how to tell them in a third live. Second live I do, next live I do, we're going to talk about how we set the boundaries. But you have to make a choice. Like, I need y'all to make that choice tonight. You don't have to do it on here. You can sleep on it, whatever you got to do. But setting boundaries is important. And if you do not set them, you continue to choose the latter. You continue to choose inviting toxic people around you. You continue to choose going through heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak. You continue to choose wasted tears on them. Hey, Moon. Hey, oopsie. That's what you choose when you choose not to set up a boundary. So I need you to want to choose setting boundaries. Having an awkward conversation with somebody new that you meet or with an old friend, it's worth it. Because if they sit and they say, I don't feel like doing all that, bye. This was fun. We had a good ride, but there was some toxicity going on between you and between I, and it just wasn't good for me. And I'm choosing me right now. I'm starting on a journey of choosing myself. And because I'm starting on a journey of choosing myself, I can't choose this toxic friendship anymore over me. Okay. Official, inbox me. Okay. It's important. It's important. I am telling you. It's important. All right. So as always, I'm going to pray before we get off. And then tomorrow we'll be back with part 2. If you missed any of this, this will be on YouTube. I figured out how to go live on YouTube. So it will be on YouTube tonight, right after we get off of here. So check that out. If you are not a part of Girlfriend Gang, what is you doing? I'm going to start going live I'm going to start more Zoom calls over on Girlfriend Gang. So if you would like to be a part of those Zoom calls, you got to join Girlfriend Gang to get the invitation, honey. You got to join. Cowcat, inbox me. All right. All right, let's go ahead and pray. Father God, in Jesus' name, first I come to you saying thank you. I come to you just praising you for who you are. I come to you lifting your name higher than any other name. I thank you for your peace. I thank you for your love. I thank you for your knowledge and what you're revealing to us this time. I thank you for your wisdom, Jesus. Right now, God, I would pray for every girl, even if there are guys on the live, on the replay. I just pray, God, first that they will begin to see their value. First, they will begin to see that the time you've given us is precious and that we cannot get 1 minute back. That what you put on the inside of us makes us one of a kind, makes us rare. How you customize us makes us one of a kind and makes us rare. And because we are rare and we will never be seen again, that makes us valuable. That makes our time valuable. That makes our space valuable. That makes our emotional energy valuable. That makes everything about us valuable. That makes everything about us top-notch, one of a kind, cannot be compared. And because it is the case, Lord, we know we cannot let everybody around us. We don't want everybody to try to put their hand on what you've given us. We don't want anybody in our life to slow us down. We don't want anybody in our life to waste our time and make us feel less than when we know we are created to be amazing. We know we are created to be one of a kind. And because of that, everybody cannot have access to us. God, I pray even now, and as they go to sleep, Lord, that you will begin to give them the confidence, that you will begin to show them how valuable they are, valuable enough to have the confidence to set boundaries with any and everybody, that everybody cannot be close to them, and that they have no shame in saying it, Lord, because they understand what they carry. They understand the answer that you gave them, that you gave to only them for this world is so invaluable, God, that it is so one of a kind, it's so rare, and it's so perfect, Lord, that everybody can't have access. Everybody can't come into our lives to waste our time. So I pray, Lord God, they will begin to establish these boundaries, even with old friends, with new friends, with old relationships, with new relationships. And there'll be no shame. There'll be no fear. And that you will give them the confidence and the strength and the boldness to begin to speak up and say, this is what I know my worth is. This is how I know I'm valuable. And because I know that, I'm going to put this boundary in place to protect you and to protect myself. I pray you would touch each of them as they go to sleep tonight. They have sweet sleep. I pray, Lord, that you would mend their broken hearts, oh God. Any tears that they've cried, Lord, I pray, God, that you would just heal them and just restore them from all the times in the past that they've been hurt so that they can start fresh even now. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen. Amen. All right. I love y'all. I will catch y'all tomorrow, same time. Go join Girlfriend Gang. Go pre-order my book. Both the links are in my bio. All right. Peace, y'all. Oh, peace, y'all.